The last two matches prior to Wimbledon will be played on Saturday when titles are handed out in Eastbourne and Mallorca. It's Taylor Fritz versus Jensen Brooksby at the former and Talon Griekspoor versus Cornton Moutet at the latter, the king of Eastbourne is one win away from a fourth Eastbourne title land, a fourth in his last 6 trips to what has to be considered his favorite tournament outside of slams and masters 1000s, but it hasn't been easy this time around. Fritz beat Joao Fonseca 7-5 in the third and Marcos Gorin 7-5 in the third on the same day. His decider against Fonseca was a continuation of a darkness-delayed match, before fending off Alejandro Davidovich Fekina 6-3, 3-6, 6-1 in the semifinals. Up next for the World No. 5 on Saturday is a third meeting with Brooksby, who was seemingly out of this event when he fell to Aleksandar Vukic in the final round of qualifying. However, the 24-year-old got a lucky loser spot when Alexander Bublik withdrew, and the rest is history. Brooksby is through to a second ATP final, 5th ATP final, thanks to defeats of Francisco Camisana, Nuno Borges, Don Evans, and Ugo Humbert. These two Americans most recently faced each other at this season's Australian Open, where Fritz cruised 6-2-2, 6-2-0, 6-2-3 after his opponent had just returned from a 2-year suspension. A much different Brooksby will be on display 5 months later, but he is only 1-3 all-time in ATP finals, and Fritz is pretty much unbeatable in Eastbourne. Griekspoor and Moutet will also be going head-to-head for the third time in their careers, when they battle for the Mallorca title on Saturday afternoon. Not unlike Fritz versus Brooksby, this is another matchup in which there is basically nothing to take from their previous encounters.